Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the 7-day horde.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So you'll notice that I ran off a little bit of time. I finished the digging, which was just a few blocks left since our last episode, and I laid down the square blocks rebar. Made it all the way around, and as you can see, I had a little company as I got to the end there and poked my head up. I had a couple cops, a dog, and a few regular zombies come running over at me. So I had to take care of them successfully. Of course, you see my health is down a good bit. It wasn't totally successful, but so we're finishing this last little bit here on day 98. You know, did I get my days mixed up? When was our last horde? I think our last horde was on 91. Maybe I need to break out the calculator. I think we might still have another day left, which would be magnificent if that's the case. Tell you what, in just a second, I will look and see. For sure. Let me get the old cell phone-a-rooski out here and the calculator. And divided by 7. Oh yeah, so it is today. Well, in that case, we are in good shape. We have done all that we can do to prepare ourselves properly. It's not going to get much better than this. Best we can hope is that they don't come from the west, from the city, that they come from any direction but that direction, because we're going to have a lack of defenses, one less ban from that direction. You had to think. I guess it was 91 was the last one. I was thinking 92, but that didn't make sense. Yes, it was 91. So today is going to be an eventful day. Why I ran the clock a little longer, because I usually just run it to 4 on horde day and start it up. If we're, if we end at 2, then I'll just run off a couple hours, so we have time for for you to see the entire horde in this one episode. But why I ran a little bit longer today to 5 is I wanted you to, I figured you'd want to see the aftermath. And I'm curious myself what the aftermath is going to look like. So after the horde, that gives us an extra few minutes to kind of wander around and look at the defenses here and what became of them and how well they held up. One thing I cannot forget to do is put down the bedroll underneath. Tell you what, we need ourselves concrete full corner. We need 2 of those. Pretty excited, a little nervous because, since using this barbed wire defense, I would not be concerned at all if I had the default settings. But like I said, I modded the file so that instead of having the 8 zombies per wave, we have, I think I bumped it up to 14. And that's going to be a significant amount more coming at us at one time. Now on the server, it's easy peasy because we have multiple people firing guns and swinging machetes and all of that stuff, so we can handle it. But me here by myself, this increased setting, whereas it's exciting in the pit because we get to see more zombies hand to hand and fighting with a gun up top. It's going to be a bit different. So I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but we'll certainly find out here in less than an hour. And it's going to be very interesting how we handle it. Going to have pretty much a gun on every slot on my belt. Maybe some repair kits or first aid kits. So the only thing I need to do now is I need to run inside, grab some barbed wire, and we'll get to laying that down, make sure we're not short. If we are, I have plenty of scrap over here to make some more, and then we will go around and repair everything, get everything up tip top 100%. And hopefully, because I used that shovel instead of an auger and I did not raise the heat signature in this area, we will not see any screamer hordes or wandering hordes until the actual 7-day horde gets here, and everything will stay fresh and clean. Of course, I need to go around with an axe and clean up a few corpses that came for me just a moment before I started the recording. I sort of took my time with it. I didn't want to get too much done off camera, so like you saw, I just finished out. Had about this much left to dig out, and then I laid down the rebar in the trench here, and that was it. And I just took my time and killed off those few zombies that wandered over here from the building across the street. Some more down there. I was just kind of looking to see what they were going to do. So good. Also, let me check this real quick before I go back down. We're going to move the mini bike. We're going to get it out of the way here. Probably put it up next to this post here. It's going to be a safe place to put it that way, just in case. And we're going to take our food down there with us. We'll leave the repair kits in there. We'll leave one of those. I think we have plenty of that stuff down there. We'll leave this stuff here. Let's go grab our barbed wire. And I was going to check this chest too to make sure there was nothing else in here that we want to take downstairs. We'll take that military vest for sure. And grab the honey. A little bit of stone. There's nothing else I'm too concerned about if it gets destroyed. As a matter of fact, so nothing gets hung up on this, let's just go ahead and destroy that one and get it out of the way. It's kind of nice, over here, and no screamers for a change. So used to having those screamers, so let's see if we can bind those. 600. What are we wearing? I bet you we aren't wearing a 600. No, we're not. Look at that. We're going to switch those out. All right. Do a little sort feature here. We'll just stick the guns in the gun chest for the time being. We'll stick our brass in here. We don't want bones or rotting flesh or animal fat. We have a random chest. What do we stick in here? Tools. Surprised at the amount of clay we were able to accumulate there. Alright, so barbed wire. Let's break that out. We didn't quite have a full stack. That's alright. Spike club looks good. We'll stick the remaining. Well, you know, we'll need a little bit of concrete to repair with here real quick. Stick our honey in here. And our cornbread. Let's go ahead and eat now. And we're going to use a first aid kit as well. This cornbread goes a long ways. You know, you go through a good bit of it, but if, you know, corn is one of the easiest things to reproduce. And add that with a little bit of water to make cornmeal into cornbread and so forth. It's an excellent way to get your wellness up. Right. Stick the jar in there. Go ahead and stick our armor piece in there as well. And our auger. We're not going to need that anymore. So everything should be safe and sound in here. We're going to take our scrap out there for repairs. Looks like everything else is good. Oh, we did have some corner pieces there already made. That's all right. Pretty cheap to make. Could put a strip of barbed wire out here, but only problem I see with this would be the one layer of dirt. When they go running, they skip over a block sometimes, and you know, so this outer layer of barbed wire they may not actually even touch. They may just get to the second one. But either way, it's more than what we had. It's absolutely going to serve the purpose of an outer band and buy us a little bit more time. Give us maybe a chance to squeeze off a few more shots. I believe it's absolutely necessary. So as long as they don't come from the west, we should be successful. Still can't forget to put that bedroll down in case I die. I can spawn back in the little base below. We should be successful, but who knows? You know, who knows what's going to happen? It may just, the first wave may hit and just become so overwhelming that I retreat back to the Plan B bunker, which is fine too, I guess. But really want to hang out up here and kite them around as long as I can. Only bad thing about that pit in the center is the lip on the edge there. If I have to retreat back to that final lip to kite them around and to fire, I could actually slip and fall in the pit myself. And if I do that, I'm done for, you know, because they're going to jump in there with me. I'm not going to be able to. I'll have to actually take out one of the spikes to put some frames down because you can't jump or whatever on the frames in the spike pit. It's just going to be a mess. That's the only concern I have about the way I went about this design. So maybe you've been watching and you've thought of a better way. I tell you what I had originally thought of, and I probably should have followed through with that and just made this wider. It was going to take more work. It was going to take longer to build. But I should have built something that was elevated in the center. And I see all of these people do these ramps where they build a ramp that you can run up that has a gap and then you can jump over, but the zombies can't. You see that all the time on streams. And I was thinking about maybe an elevated base in the center with a pit going around it, but a ramp going up initially. And the only problem I saw with that is these exterior bands would have to be massive, big, you know, and take a lot of resources. This outer band would really be the first band, because if you think about the base in the center with a 2-gap pit going around and a ramp and where that would start, maybe this one would be the first one, and that center base would just have to be massive. So I got the idea kind of as I was playing here and putting it together to do it the way that I did it. But you know, maybe you can think of a better way to utilize this defense. Hopefully I will do a good job showcasing the defense and impress you all enough to want to use it yourselves. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So it's not even registering damage, though I am getting a click here or there. If you look and I'm mousing over, it's 100% everywhere. So didn't really take much damage considering how many zombies we've had come across this stuff. A little surprised by that. I expected to see a bigger dip in how much damage it had taken. Some of this hasn't seen any. I apologize about the wiggle up and down. It's just a way for me to kind of quickly go over it all. You're going to see that a little bit too. You're going to see where the concrete is damaged through the barbed wire, just a touch here or there, but that's not going to really affect you very much at all. So we should see a little more damage on the second band around. The first band typically slows them down. The second band typically will take their legs off, and so they'll spend some time crawling around. But I'm really impressed here. You've seen that I have not repaired this at all since we built it. And I don't know exactly how many days it's been since we, put the bands down. But it's certainly been a few days in game, and I have most absolutely seen multiple zombies come through here, screamer hordes and wandering hordes and all of that. So, the little bit of scrap that I'm using to repair this, going back and forth, I guarantee you, unless a cop explodes, shoots its projectile, we're probably not going to lose much barbed wire. At least that's my experience on the server. And we just have tons of zombies coming at us on the server. And, the barbed wire still stands at the end of the day. So hopefully that's the case here. Hopefully I can take them all out fast enough that biggest concern for me. And I thought about putting like a set of bars up on the place here where I'm going to be standing, putting a set of bars up there to be able to stand up top and shoot the cops as they show up and not get hit by the projectiles. So, she's already getting caught up on the trap. Look at that. Oh, where does that go to hit her? She loses her head. Right. But just something to give us the ability to stand on that without taking damage from the cops' projectile. So maybe moving forward, if this is successful, we're going to learn from it. Successful or not, we're going to learn some things, and we're going to figure out what works best with this for a solo. Give you all an idea of what you can do to better improve this before you take off on the project. Okay, so that one did take a significant amount of damage. Before you take off trying to build something like this, you can see how it works, the faults, the cons and the pros, see what it is that you want to do to improve it. But as it is, I'm pretty sure this is solid. And we're not going to have a lot of issues outside of the fact that that's a dog over there. It looks like he's just sitting. So they're not concerned with us. I'm not going to be concerned with them. Let's check this all and see how this looks. Well, that one's already taken a little bit of damage. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to try to upgrade this interior rim. Oh, there's another one right there that didn't get upgraded. I remember it was drying as we were doing that. So I probably won't take concrete on me. I don't think I'll need any of this other stuff either. Let's get the steel in our inventory. Let me gauge how much steel it's actually going to take. And the horde's really close to us now. It's just a little bit out. Let me get this pillar upgraded. Because it's 10 per. Yeah, it's 10 per. So it's basically going to take a stack. I am going to have concrete in my inventory too. Because we're going to have to repair these pillars if we fall back to this bunker. One other thing I wanted to do. Let me get the pickaxe out real quick. Boy, the cops are going to do a tremendous amount of damage to the concrete. Let's get our storage out and our pickaxe. Don't want to draw any unneeded attention as far as a screamer horde goes. I hear a buzzy bee. So I don't want to break the auger out right now. Need to put up our... Oh! Alright, let's put this in place. Okay, that's going to give us a dump off for the horde. Put that away and that away. Do a sort on it real quick. Maybe grab a few more repair kits. That should be enough. And if I did that, I think that's pretty much a stack. That's going to be pretty much a stack of steel going around the outer band. If we were to upgrade the bottom tier of it, maybe we just do that mid-horde. If it looks like they're going to take a lot of damage and we have to fall back to this, maybe we just worry about that in the middle of the horde and not worry about it now. We just save our steel. But we're going to keep our steel on us. I tell you what, we'll keep one stack on us. We'll put 2 stacks away, 1 stack on us. So now let's go ahead and arm ourselves. Of course, we don't need the pickaxe or the shovel, so we'll put those away. Let's go ahead and arm ourselves to the teeth here. We'll get the AK on slot 3, submachine gun, and the shotgun. We're going all out with this bad boy. So we'll have, if we break one gun, we don't even worry about repairing it. We just switch over to the other, or we just flip-flop between them as the horde is happening. And that'll give us... and I want to put... We're not going to have enough room on our belt with all these weapons to put first aid kit. So I need first aid kit here. Boy, I'm going to have to take a chance. We're not going to... Okay, so we do have, let's put, so we have that for backup. 250 shotgun shells should be good there. Let's do a little sort feature here. So those are our essentials we have to have. We'll grab 1 more stack of first aid kits. It's really going to stink if we break our leg. It's going to make it really hard for us to jump across the barbed wire and all of that. So I think everything else is good. Make sure we're reloaded. Yeah, unless you're on the server with me, you're never going to see me use guns like this. This is not like me for single player, but absolutely necessary for what we're about to go up against. So 1600, may not be a bad idea to go take the dog and all of those things out before before that horde hits. That's just going to be more burden on us. Oh, there's a cop over there too. Look at that. What to do, what to do. Do we leave them alone? Do they absolutely turn feral when the horde arrives? Do they despawn? I'm not sure. I don't have an answer to any of that. I don't know what changed on 15 with the zombies. Oh, he just despawned. The cop? No, he didn't. I just got out of view distance range. Okay. So we'll probably hang out here for the initial wave on this tier. And then we'll wait. We'll fall back if we need to, but we'll try to kind of kite them around. Boy, there are a lot of zombies out there. So double, triple check everything and make sure we are all ready to go. I don't think there's anything here that I'm pretty sure I have everything I need. We are going to leave the frames here. You know, if a zombie makes it across here, it's not the end of the world. We'll just take them out real quick. They're not going to just flood across the frame. They're with us on the opposite side. They're going to be going for us. It really wouldn't have been a bad idea to upgrade all of them to the steel just like that on that second one down. Well, let's look through our storage container one more time. Make sure nothing stands out to me that I'll need. Don't worry about repairing the barbed wire during the horde. That's not necessary. I have some backup bullets down here. Oh, a bedroll. Bedroll. See, I'd already forgotten about that. That's very, very important because if we die now, we're going to be back over at Hub City. And that's not good. Okay. We have our axe to take some corpses out if necessary. Oh, I did not time that properly. You get better at it at first. It seems impossible, but you do get better at that. Absolutely don't go 3 wide on that because you can't make it across. We need to put this like so. Just like that. All right. Nice. Nice little cozy place down here. Pretty safe and secure. I feel very safe in this bunker as it is similar to a lot of my other bunkers. We'll do that just in case, you know, we're over here fighting and one comes by and happens to walk over there for some reason. Typically, though, the zombies are only going to go where you are. So you're not going to have that concern. You're not going to have to worry about them. I tell you what, just for safety's sake, I say we go over here and take out Mr. Kappa. Just so there's not one additional cop. Coming after us while we're trying to fight that horde. Not what we want to. It's hard to believe that bee is so tough that I can't take him out in one hit. Takes 2 hits to kill them. With Pummel Pete maxed out, I think our blunt weapons is pretty much maxed out if it's not. Oh, shoot. Look at that, spin 360, shot to the head. Getting pretty good with those dogs. I'm able to take those dogs out a little easier than I used to be able to. It's all about that timing. There's another cop down there. I think he sees us. There's a dog coming. Shot to the head. Nice. Oh yeah, skill points. We'll take a look at the skill points and see if there's anything we can give to that. as it is almost time for the horde to start. Let's run back in here. We're going to top off on health with a health kit or two. And then dump off all the unneeded stuff. Okay, so we're 100% on health. We'll throw the guns in here. We'll go ahead and just throw the military vest in there as well. Sounds like one is coming across to us, so we need to get back out there and take care of him before he goes across the wooden frames. I need to change my positioning here in my seat in just a moment. Stretch for just a tiny bit. Come on over. What are you doing swimming over there, man? He's like, I don't want to go in the bar. I don't want to go in the bar. All right. Now he's coming over. It's like, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it. Oh, he's kind of glitched out there. You see that? Like his graphic or whatever. It's a bad day for him. Sorry about that. I was a little bit too close to the microphone. There's another crawler back there. Boy, I tell you what. These crawlers. Come on over here, buddy. Shouldn't be using my club to do that. We're just wearing down the club for no reason. Oh, caught in my own trap. Okay, well that's as ready as I can get. It is now 1958. Horde should be arriving just a few moments. I'm going to take just a short break here, stretch my hands a little bit, take them off the mouse. We hope that everything goes as planned. I feel pretty confident about it. That was my first attempt at something like this. We are going to start out with the AK. We will graduate up to the sniper rifle if we need to for the cops. This little submachine gun isn't too bad. Let's take a look at our perk points here real quick. Maybe we give ourselves the health nut perk. What does that give us? How many points do we have? 300? Boy, I hate wasting points. And it's kind of not a waste, but plus 10 more per point. Let's see. I don't have any beer on me. Sexual Tyrannosaurus, stamina gain. Maybe you have another point to that in case we end up swinging the club a bunch. Yeah, pummel, peat, and blunt weapons. See, they're capped out. It still takes me 2 shots on those bees with the difficulty the way it is. Anything else that we need? All of this stuff levels up on its own. Rifles is going to have to be 40 to get that next level. I really don't want to waste points on that. It would certainly help us if I did. I don't see anything else that's really going to benefit us immediately other than more points in the health nut. Could absolutely benefit us instantly. Of course, I'm going to have to, wait till I use another health kit to get it filled back up, but the Run, Forest, run. You know, I do a decent amount of running when I'm like this, but I don't think we're going to worry about that. I hear another zombie over there getting destroyed in a barbed wire. Oh, the worst thing that could have happened. We're going to get a wandering horde right before the real horde. Come over here. Stay out my barbed wire. Don't be hitting on me. So I have to keep an eye on and be conscious of the time here, because we're right at horde spawn time. So I need to take these guys out quickly. So don't think I'll be looting any of these corpses here. I'll really focus on just taking them out before I run out of time. 21-27. That most likely is not the last of this horde either. Okay. Well, those are pretty good goggles there. I'm going to take those. Oh, I didn't mean to run up on her and not kill her. So we have about 20 minutes in game to dispatch the rest of these. I think this wave may be the last. Cannot say that for sure, but... Okay, 21-47. Well, that added a little bit of a challenge to it all. Certainly not what I was expecting right before the horde. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the 98-day horde. Sky has already changed. We're getting the lightning, thunder and lightning. Let's go ahead and break out the AK, and here we go. Where are they going to come from? Nobody knows. Oh, they're coming from that way. Nice. So that is, we're pretty lucky there. Immediately have a cop. My aim is awful. Okay, so I've already messed up here. I'm just standing there instead of kiting around. What are you doing, Spartan? Stunned. Feral chasing me. I was too concerned about that cop back there. Should not have been as concerned about the policeman. Boy, I am a bad shot. I really am. Those spiders stun you so quickly. Oh! Time to hop to another tier. So I guess we could go back to the AK. I was going to switch over to the sniper rifle because... Oh my gosh, I have 12 hit points. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't be letting me get so low in hit points. You have to say, hey, Spartan, you probably want to heal up there, buddy. I got caught up on that other side over there, and that really did it to me. Nice. Some good parts on him. Let's see what Mr. Kappa has. Yeah, nice too. Let's break out the old submachine gun here a little bit. It's the Swim Team 2017. So that was a pretty awful start. I was a little shaken up by that wandering horde that we had. It's another feral, nice. They do drop the good loot. Swim team is getting a little closer to us. Well, that thing sounds like a pellet pistol. So that was my bad. Really, you know, I made it look a little more difficult than what it should have been with that first wave just standing there like a fool and letting them beat on me. I think I was too worried about the cops. And I should not have been. I should have just let them kite on over. So there's another feral over there. These spider zombies, boy, I tell you what. Totally wrecked that feral. A little bit of military gear. Tell you what, we used. Here, another feral. We're gonna go check the pit too and make sure that none fell down in there and aren't dead. Most likely the ferals are gonna be the ones that are gonna survive that. But oh, look at that! You're not getting across there, buddy. He was gonna use that. Try to get across into my bunker. Make it come all the way across. Oh, he blew the feral body away. I was about to loot him, cop. So I'm not really used to using guns for a horde single player. I'm used to using that club, and boy, got so overwhelmed early on. I don't know why I'm not using more of this 10 mil, as it's not. I don't feel like I'm wasting away bullets using this, because all of these bullets didn't cost us anything to manufacture. We just looted these. Well, if you're gonna get me, son, you're gonna have to come over here. Take that next cop out as well. Yeah, I don't want any of that stuff. Where's Mr. Coppa? Ooh, a couple ferals on the same tier as I'm on, too. 3 ferals. And they are not happy. No one ever gets that joke. Get all reloaded here and take this cop out. So see, it's all about just working the tiers. If you stand in one spot, they're just going to overwhelm you. Oh, he took out one of the barbed wires there. See that? I told you if they explode, they absolutely do take out barbed wire, and there he did. Lost a little bit of wellness. We're going to go ahead and top off and stick this one on our thing there. If we need to, we'll go back into the pit and pick up some more. So this little 10 mil is pretty good for taking them out when they've lost their legs already. Of course, I'm not a very good shot with it, but I want to go over and check the pit out here in a minute too, to make sure none are trying to break through that pit. The spike should finish them off down there, but you're never going to be too safe. We could probably clear some of these bodies out of the way, but not a big deal. Another cop. Let's see if I can. Oh wow, 2 shots to the head, and it was night-night for him. And how we do it on the server most of the time is we don't clear out the bodies until after the horde. Sometimes, you know, during the horde you do, but for the most part, we just wait for the horde to complete. And, oh boy. Oh, right there, the gun has to reload. I'd be better off with my spike club in that instance. Well, look at all of them coming. The swim teams. We do have used about half of our bullets in this gun. Admittedly, I'm not the best shot, and it's not all that powerful. So, a combination of the two, we've wasted a lot of rounds. We could actually switch over, just to save that a bit, to the old shotgun. Look at how many shots it takes to kill them, though. Goodness. But it's good for finishing these off that are in the pit. And damage from the barbed wire already. So you see how easy it is if they're coming from, say, the east, like they're coming. Well, I just hang out on the western side and let them work their way across. And I bounce from tier to tier as I need to. But absolutely a super easy way of doing it. To the face. Up, Feral. It's time to break out a little bit more heat than the shotty. Well, after that awful start where I was just standing there kind of looking, everything's been working out well for us, even with the high spawn setting. Lots of ferals and cops. Speaking of cops, there's another one right there, and he just hit his own guy. We had a very rocky start there, but things picked up quickly. All right, so maybe, how many bullets do we have left? We still have a lot, because I still have 700 and something, I believe, down in the storage. Only issue I would run in here is we have repair kits on us too. Would be the gun losing durability, but you know, like I said, I have repair kits. I could just repair if I needed to. Let's switch back to the old 10 mil here, the submachine gun. See if we can get a little work done with that. Clean up these legless zombies. So absolutely a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can sense it in me because I don't show a whole lot of emotion one way or the other. But I absolutely love doing it this way. And there's the buzzer. We have successfully completed the 7-day horde on our new base. Rocky start and all. I'm going to pause here. Moment for station identification. Welcome to WMPGS, the Grand Spartan Radio Network. Let me take a sip of water. All right. Break out the old cleanup crew here. So we just let these guys wander around and kind of pick and choose our loot now. No more of a threat. Oh, I just heard a piece of barbed wire break. And we'll use that. I'm going to change positioning in my chair. Oh. Trying to see if I could chop him in the head with the axe and kill him. Oh, we did. Look at that. All right. I guess we go ahead and go around and little cleanup duty. So we didn't get to use the shotgun very much. I was having fun with the little submachine gun. I never used that. I never get to use it. So this was the most heavily trafficked area because this is where I hung out. As you can see, all the bodies here, and you see that we lost what, 6 pieces of barbed wire, 6 or 7 up here where I was hanging out the whole time, and I probably shot some of them with the awful shot that I am. So you can blame me for some of that. I'm sure most of you are a much better shot than I am with a gun. But let's just say we lost 10 or 12 in total barbed wire. Not very bad, considering how cheap it is to make with scrap. Absolutely something I would try this build with cobblestone earlier in the game, with crossbows, bow and arrow. Maybe on our next playthrough, that's what I do to start out with. I try something like this. Leather duster, worn boots. So it was timed perfectly when I started because here it is. You get to see the aftermath, the cleanup. Whereas last time, I stopped a bit early before I got to do any of that, so you didn't get to see a lot of that. Now we'll keep that. That's almost 600. Combine it with one that we have. Maybe eventually we'll use a 44 at some point. I'll read that. Get our science level up just a tad. This is such an easy cleanup in here, doing what we're doing. Just walk around and pick up loot. Break out your axe. Look at all these corpses. What I need to do, though, is I need to jump on to the ones that have already degraded one bit here and one stage of degradation or whatever you call it. Collect their loot first. And another thing is, in the pit, we miss a lot of loot. Like, we don't get to click on every zombie and try to, see what every one of them has to pick through it. This style build, you see all the bodies just lying around. we almost don't miss any loot, and I get to be selective and pick and choose what I want to keep. You know, so it's good for that as well. It's really good for making sure you don't miss out on a bunch of loot like I normally do in the pit. Of course, you know, I don't keep a lot of loot either. As soon as I kill a feral or a cop, I try to run up to them and get their loot right then, just in case, you know, the body, something happens to it, gets destroyed or whatever, and we can't get back over to the loot. But you see all of this concrete, this is the direction they came from. Now, if this had been spikes, they'd be gone. There'd be a huge path of missing spikes back here you'd have to replace. This barbed wire, it doesn't even look touched. But they had to run through every one of these tiers. Even the concrete hadn't dried back here. It didn't matter. They ran through all of these tiers back here, and I guarantee if we wave the nail gun over it, you're going to see a very minimal amount of damage done to any of that barbed wire back there. Super durable. So I have to give a nod to the barbed wire over the spikes. Spikes are good. They really are. But I really enjoyed this barbed wire defense in this horde. I hope you enjoyed seeing me take on the horde. Tell you what, let's drink that, eat that. Oh, we must be on second stage of disease because it didn't cure it. We'll build off of this though. Maybe I'll think about some other things that we can do with it moving forward to improve it, to kind of build off of it in a new direction, something that I haven't tried before. Oh, there we go, right there. Look at that. All fixed up and ready to go. We didn't go through but 5 health kits. We went through 3 because of player error, because I decided just to stand there and look at a cop, you know, while the other ones were beating on me, and I got stunned, and it was just silly on my part. But outside of that, once we got started good and started hopping around and kiting them, I took very, very little damage, you know, a hit here or there, but for the most part, no damage at all. So tomorrow we come back. We will replace the barbed wire that's missing, and figure out what direction we're going to go into from this point forward with the series. If we should expand this base a bit more, or what exactly we should do for the next episodes. I tell you what I'm going to do. Fire that bad boy into the building. Then we're going to scrap it. You know what? I'm not even going to scrap that. I'm just going to throw it out. But thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out here with me for all of these episodes. We're going to keep it going. We're going to think of something new and creative to do moving forward. Think of something that some way we can maybe expand this base even more, since we were sort of crunched for time and kind of slapped this thing together at the last minute. Didn't even 100% complete it. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the cleanup, the horde, the whole shebang right there for you. Take a look down in the pit here real quick before we run out of time. See what kind of damage they may have done down here. Very little at all. But we did have a few slip and fall in. Even a feral, look at that, even a feral fell in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a good one, and I will see you next episode.